Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about, can you negotiate on the price of a Tesla? Now, generally speaking, Tesla is a no haggle price type of car dealer, meaning that the price that you see online or in the store is the price that you pay for the car. However, after owning a Tesla for a few years now, there are a couple insider tips, just pieces of advice I can give you on how to find the best deal on a Tesla. This isn't exactly walking in and negotiating the price down. However, there are things you can look out for to get a good deal on your Tesla. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this. So the question here is, can you negotiate on the price of a Tesla? And the short answer here is no, you cannot negotiate on the price of a Tesla like you would at a traditional car dealer. The reason for this is because Tesla does not build in a dealer markup on their cars. When you start to look at other companies, sometimes there's a 10 or 15% dealer markup, and that means that the dealership has a big margin that they can negotiate from and still make money from the deal. This is where that connotation of you walk into a car dealership, you negotiate your price, and then you try to get the best deal on the car comes from. However, with Tesla, they kind of took the feedback of everyone on, we don't like going into a car dealership and having to negotiate on the price of our car, and they just went with a no haggle price. So they don't build in that 10 or 15% dealer fee, and they just give you the best price on the car. This, in the end, makes it a lot easier to buy a Tesla because it's very simple of a process and doesn't come with the headache of trying to get the best deal on your car and not feel like you got ripped off. So with that being said, there are a few things you can do to save money on buying your Tesla, and those are what I'll share with you here. So the first thing you can do if you want to save some money on buying your Tesla is you can look for a showroom model. If you don't already know, Tesla doesn't really have dealerships. They have kind of stores and service centers, but if you walk into the store, they generally will have cars that you can demo. Either these are cars that are sat on the showroom floor that you can sit in and you can see how they look and feel, or the ones outside in the parking lot that you can actually take for test drives. Well, at the end of each quarter, Tesla typically replenishes these cars. So the cars that they have on the showroom floor and the cars that they have outside for test drives, they will sell those off at a little bit, maybe a slight discount. Now, there's no exact dollar amount on how much money you will save by buying a Tesla this way, but just keep in mind that if you are in the showroom and you are looking to buy your Tesla towards the end of a quarter, you may have the option, I would ask about it, if they have any of their showroom models or their demo cars outside that they are selling off. Now, with that said, there is a huge advantage that comes with buying a showroom model or a demo car, and that is currently the wait time for a Tesla is 5, 6, or 7 months, depending on which model you get. If you elect to buy a showroom model or a demo car, you may be able to buy that car that week or even that day on the spot. Now, most people don't factor this into the equation, but if you do want your car quickly, if you're willing to buy it with a couple hundred miles on it, this could be an absolutely great deal for you, and you might end up saving money out the door. Now, another little tip or trick that is related to buying a showroom model or a demo car is once you go into your local Tesla store, they can actually pull up on their computer to see if there are any other locations that are near you that are selling off their showroom cars or their demo cars. So what this means is you may have a bigger pool to choose from. They may have a specific car that you're interested in 2 hours away from you at a different Tesla store. If you're willing to drive, you may be able to work that deal where you can go get the car and pick it up from a location just a little bit further away from you. Okay, so that's the first option on how you can save some money on your Tesla. The second way is by buying a used Tesla. Now, this isn't something that I would personally recommend simply because new Teslas and used Teslas are selling for about the same amount. Now, being a Tesla owner, this is a great thing for you because these cars seriously keep their value. But if you're just getting into a Tesla, buying a used one right now, you're likely going to pay about the same as a new one. The good thing here is you would get your car sooner. You wouldn't have to wait the 5, 6, or 7 months until delivery. But the bad thing is you may be paying a little bit more. Now, there's two parts to this. So Tesla does actually sell used Teslas through their own website, but the price here is going to be fixed. That is the no haggle pricing as well. If you do want to negotiate on a used Tesla, you will have to go to a third party. This would be something like a private seller or a dealer that took a Tesla on a trade-in, and a dealer that doesn't have no haggle pricing as well. So although you can find used Teslas and you can negotiate on them, it's not going to be one that is through Tesla directly, and you're really going to have to negotiate pretty well in order to get a good deal on it because these cars hold their value so well. Okay, so the third thing that you can do here in order to save money on your Tesla is check for electric vehicle incentives. Now, currently in 2022, there are none of these, but they do get replenished and year by year they do change. In the peak, I think the most you could save by buying an electric vehicle, based on your income, if you were eligible, you would get $7,500 back on your taxes as a tax credit just by buying an electric vehicle. This is something that I can't give you exact details on right now because it changes basically year by year, but this is worth your time to do a quick Google search looking for EV incentives, or when you go in to buy your Tesla, ask the Tesla advisor if there are any of these going on and when the next ones may be coming. Now, another good thing to clarify here is if you do buy a showroom model or a demo car from Tesla, these haven't been registered yet. So the electric vehicle incentive only goes to the first person that registers that car, the first owner. It doesn't work on a used Tesla. However, those showroom models and those demo cars haven't been registered to a person yet. They are just from the Tesla factory. So if you decided to buy one of those at the end of the quarter and there was an EV incentive going on currently, you would still be eligible for that incentive because you're the first person to register that car. So there are a couple other things that are kind of extras at this point that would be good knowledge for you to have if you're looking to buy a Tesla. The first is all Teslas come with 2 fees. Now, there's no dealer fees or anything that just get added on and can be negotiated like a standard dealer, but the 2 fees are a destination fee and your reservation fee. The reservation fee, in order to place your order online or in a Tesla store, you will have to put $250 down. Now, the second and only other fee is your destination fee. This is for all Teslas, no matter where you are buying them or where they are being delivered. Currently, it is $1,200. Now, this fee isn't due at the time of placing your order, but actually at the time of you picking up your car. Now, this isn't something that's negotiable. This is something that's just built into Tesla's pricing. So just know that everyone else that's buying a Tesla is also paying this as well. Now, the last thing here, just to give you some peace of mind, is Tesla employees do not even get discounts on cars. So don't feel like you're not able to negotiate on a Tesla and that should deter you from buying one. The price of the Tesla, they are so in demand that there is really no negotiating on them. Even Tesla employees, they don't get a discounted price. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If it has been helpful, I would really appreciate the thumbs up on this video. That helps the channel a ton. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.